One introduction RAWSEP view: the United States government was on track in the Biden administration to reduce the prices for both clean energy heat pumps and clean energy electric cars. Trump tariffs are expected to upset those plans to prevent future air pollution and prevent climate change. The United States government should, instead of certifying wood stoves as safe when they are not safe, go forward with regulations that ban wood stove use and direct government money for use of forest refuse only. For home building and furniture building, for just a few examples of use of forest products for non-burning uses, it is well known from scientific and medical research that wood burning is a substantial source of PM 2.5 emissions, yet the wood burning industry uses the scientifically debunked theory named carbon neutrality of wood burning to argue that wood burning replacing coal burning in industry, and in a trickle-down argument that wood burning should continue for home heating should continue. Presumably because it is called renewable, wood may be renewable in the sense that a tree can be planted in the place of a cut-down burned tree, but it takes centuries or decades for the newly planted tree to attain the stature of the cut-down burned tree. During those centuries or decades, photosynthesis, which converts CO2 to oxygen and so sequesters some carbon, will not take place at the same rate as photosynthesis was performed previously, and wood burning emits both CO2 and PM 2.5, and PM 2.5 is not absorbed by trees, so PM 2.5 is not diminished by planting a tree in the place of a cut-down and burned tree. In fact, a living tree closes its pores against the presence of PM 2.5 from nearby wood burning, just as humans hold their breath in the presence of PM 2.5 from nearby wood burning. And when a tree closes its pores, the level of photosynthesis that absorbs CO2 pollution goes down. Wood burning emits 90% PM 2.5 particulate matter of 2.5 micrometer size, the perfect size to infiltrate the human lungs, setting off a cascade of human health problems and early deaths. Contrary to many beliefs, wood burning emits 2.8 times the PM 2.5 as the fossil fuel coal burning, and wood burning emits 450 times the PM 2.5 as the fossil fuel natural gas burning. Replacing coal burning with wood burning creates more air pollution in the form of CO2 and PM 2.5 than coal burning. This emission data comes from testing the cleanest burning wood stove in the United Kingdom, the eco-design wood stove, and international convention does not count the emissions from wood burning. The emissions from wood burning are erased from all countries around the world when calculating if each country has met its climate goals. This non-counting or erasure of wood burning emissions data from climate goals does not mean wood burning emissions do not exist. RAWSEP view: purple air PM 2.5 monitors hanging from the eaves of the house of a near neighbor should be used to measure the level of PM 2.5 in the air hyperlocally in the yards of near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners. If PM 2.5 levels exceed World Health Organization standards of 5 micrograms per cubic meter annually, then that evidence of air pollution from wood burning should lead to the shutdown of that indoor residential wood burning appliance, one appliance at a time if necessary.
Hi, my name is Lily. Andrew gave you the intro to Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates and their concern for air pollution from indoor residential wood burning. Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates, or RAWSEP, would like every near neighbor of an indoor residential wood burner whose wood smoke enters their yards and sickens the near neighbors to have a purple air PM 2.5 monitor hanging from the eaves of their home to measure the level of PM 2.5 entering their yards. That measurement of air pollution should be used as evidence of unnecessary air pollution, and each indoor residential wood burner should be shut down based on that evidence, one indoor residential wood burner at a time if necessary. The presentation by Andrew ended at 2 minutes 5 seconds. The same presentation by Emma starts at 2 minutes 3 seconds before the end of this podcast. So I am Lily, your timekeeper, and you can start the next podcast at 2 minutes 5 seconds in if you would not like to see the presentation by Andrew a second time. This presentation by me, Lily, ends at 5 minutes in. What you will see in the main content of this RAWSEP podcast will be news about air pollution from indoor residential wood burning, and how that air pollution is being combated by ordinary people just like you who are unfortunately near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners at this time. There will also be news about unnecessary and highly polluting use of wood as fuel in industrial wood burners and preventable air pollution from wood burning wildfires. There will also be news about air pollution from PM 2.5 from gas-powered cars. There will also be news about airborne diseases which are also preventable with vaccines such as COVID-19 and measles and whooping cough, to name just a few. In 2025, Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates is also concerned with combating the Trump destruction of government funding for programs which protect human health through the Department of Health and Human Services, and Trump destruction of programs which fund the science and medical research plan to protect human health from preventable illnesses. Protecting human health is a patriotic act, and our defense against enemies is weakened if we are not as healthy as we can be. Heat pump rebates are now offered by the federal government, distributed through the eligible United States, are available in 2025, and are the best, cleanest, and now cheapest alternative to indoor residential wood burning if that burning is actually done to purportedly save money. Wind and solar as sources of the electricity that powers heat pumps and electric cars is also cheaper than burning wood. The adverse health effects that are caused by indoor residential wood burning also come at a cost to near neighbors, both in shortening and ending their lives, and in actual hospital, clinic, and funeral costs. Instead of being compensated monetarily, near neighbors should instead be able to achieve immediate relief by stopping indoor residential wood burning in their hyper-localized neighborhoods, which relief readings from purple air PM 2.5 monitors used as evidence of air pollution will help them achieve. Welcome to news about hopeful scientific and medical achievements that will also help us achieve the goal of clean air to breathe.
Webisode 57DHXZN November 17th. In Redding, California, converting forest thinning into building materials. In Webisode 57DHXZN 1 Trump spent the weekend flooding social media 2 to 33 Google Alerts headlines 2 World, 3 United States, 4 California, 5 Colorado, 6 Connecticut, 7 Florida, 8 Georgia, 9 Illinois, 10 Indiana, 11 Maine, 12 New Jersey, 13 New York, 14 North Carolina, 15 Oregon, 16 Rhode Island, 17 Texas, 18 Virginia, 19 Washington, 20 Washington, D.C., 21 Canada, 22 Australia, 23 New Zealand, 24 Sweden, 25 United Kingdom, 26 Spain, 27 Kyrgyzstan, 28 United Arab Emirates UAE, 29 Cyprus, 30 India, 31 China, 32 North Korea, 33 Thailand. Main content. 1 Trump spent the weekend flooding social media excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against with smoke emission particulates of 501c3 nonprofit organization Substack letters from an American Heather Cox Richardson November 17th. 2025 Trump spent the weekend flooding social media with posts claiming that his economic policies are working and that his 34 felony convictions and the investigations into his 2016 campaign ties to Russian operatives were illegitimate and posting angrily about those people calling out his association with Jeffrey Epstein. He even reposted a statement from one of his own lawyers saying if Jeffrey Epstein had any dirt on Donald Trump, he would have had great leverage in the criminal case against him at the time he died, which perhaps conveys a different message than he intended then after fighting furiously against the upcoming House vote over releasing the Epstein files. The FBI collected as part of its investigation into the convicted sex abuser at 9:15 p.m. last night. Trump abruptly reversed course, saying that House Republicans should vote in favor of releasing the files because we have nothing to hide. I do not care. He posted, but of course he does care, as is evident from how deeply he fought the release of the files the FBI collected during its investigation of Epstein right up until the final signature on the House discharge petition that would force the House to vote on a measure to require the Justice Department to release the files, as Meredith Kyle of People magazine reported when a female Bloomberg reporter at a press gaggle aboard Air Force One November 14, 2025 asked him if there was anything incriminating in the Epstein files. He pointed a finger in her face and said, "Quiet. Quiet, piggy." In the hours before House Speaker Mike Johnson, our LA swore in Representative Adelita Grijalva DAZ at 400 on Wednesday, Trump and his loyalists worked to pressure Representative Lauren Boebert, our CO, to remove her name from the discharge petition. She refused. As soon as Johnson swore her into office, Grijalva signed the petition, teeing up a vote on a bill requiring the release of the files, although consumers have expressed concern over rising prices. Trump insisted prices are way down. Republican Laura Ingraham asked, "Are you saying voters are misperceiving how they feel?" She took on the Trump recent call to address housing costs by issuing 50-year mortgages, noting that the proposal has enraged your MAGA friends who recognize that such a mortgage would benefit banks over buyers and nearly double the time it would take for Americans to own a home. Headlines: Google Alerts November 18, 2025. 2 World climate action and clean cooking are vital for sustaining air pollution related health benefits. Nature particulate matter PM 2.5 outdoor PM 2.5 leads to an estimated 5 million deaths per year. Reliance on solid fuels within households also leads to world modeling PM 2.5 reduction scenarios for future cardiopulmonary disease reduction. Nature air pollution consists of a heterogeneous mixture of particles and gases. Particulate matter with a diameter of 2.5 micrometer or smaller PM 2.5 is the most. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against with smoke emission particulates of 501c3 nonprofit organization. Abstract: long-term PM 2.5 exposure is a risk factor for cardiovascular and respiratory mortality. Here, a global health impact assessment was conducted utilizing 7 future scenarios evaluating strategies to reduce PM 2.5 exposure. Strategies included reducing fossil fuel use, air pollution control, adopting cleaner cooking methods, and combinations thereof. Under current trends, air quality is projected to improve by 2050. Nevertheless, the absolute attributable burden of ischemic heart disease, stroke, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease remains high in many regions. Cleaner cooking fuel use is effective in the short term by 2030 in South and Central America, Asia, and Africa for reducing PM 2.5 related deaths in the long term by 2050 for most regions. Only strategies that simultaneously target ambient and cooking related PM 2.5 resulted in sustained improvements that expand beyond current trends for reducing disease burden across these 3 health outcomes. In the Asian region, for example, under current trends, the population attributable fraction decreases from 35% in 2015 to 18% in 2050. In the scenario combining universal clean cooking and climate policy, it drops further to 15%, and when all strategies are combined, it reaches as low as 11% by 2050. With all strategies combined, the average global population weighted PM 2.5 exposure from both ambient and cooking sources is reduced by nearly 2/3, 66 micrograms per cubic meter, compared with 26 micrograms per cubic meter for North Africa and the Middle East region. The population attributable fraction remains high across all scenarios. Additional strategies beyond those mentioned here are required to further improve air quality. It is recommended to pursue climate mitigation alongside universal access to cleaner household fuels to maximize cardiopulmonary health benefits. 3 United States RAWSEP view idiot corner. Is it helpful for RAWSEP to insult every indoor residential wood burner as lacking any sense of etiquette to begin with by their choice of burning wood? From the article headline Fire Pit Etiquette: How to Avoid Fines, Fires, and Feuding Neighbors, currently from and Yahoo. These are restrictions based on air quality indexes rather than clock hours. A level 2 burn restriction may suspend all wood burning for a period of. United States idiot corner RAWSEP view: instead of ensuring that the wood is always burning, please ensure that the wood is never burning. Please choose a clean energy heating method for your food to protect the lives and health of your family. And of course, according to RAWSEP, of most paramount concern, please protect the lives and health of your near neighbors and all your neighbors who live in the world. The editor of RAWSEP will not label you an idiot in the idiot corner if you make positive change in the world. 1 wood burning appliance shut down at a time if necessary. From the article headline. NewsHour experts put over a dozen pellet grills to the test. These 7 are the best. Good housekeeping. As someone who loves barbecue and grilling, I must confess that smoking meats can be exhausting. You are always ensuring the wood is still burning. In United States, RAWSEP view idiot corner think. And do not burn wood to begin with. Do not make the individual choice to burn wood indoors residentially. Is explaining that there is air pollution generated from wood burning thankless exercise? It may be thankless, but one person burning wood unnecessarily serves as a metaphor for the kind of person who burns wood. If a thinking human being burns wood instead of heating their home with clean energy, such as a heat pump that works down to 40 degrees below zero in 2025, powered by electricity from wind, solar, and geothermal on a smart electric grid that extends to all rural areas, then that person gets designation as both a thinking human being and a human being that is compassionate to his fellow man, especially his near neighbors. To start with, do not burn wood, and you will be elevated to the firmament of those who care about their fellow man. A smokeless fire pit is not smokeless. That is just a marketing ploy. Smarten up. Plus, be compassionate. From the article headline, think before you spark. Follow these 6 tips for a safer smokeless fire pit experience. AOL.com. Treated wood is soaked in chemicals, glues, paints, and sometimes even preservatives that release toxic fumes when you burn it in your fireplace. United States RAWSEP view idiot corner. Smokeless wood burning is not smokeless. From the article headline, wood is easy to use for your smokeless fire pit, but here is why you should consider. Currently from at and Yahoo, wood pellets, propane gas, and gel are the main types of fuel for a smokeless fire pit. Here is are the pros and cons of each fuel type. 4 California mono county winds spread smoke from pack fire, causing apocalyptic scenes. YouTube apocalyptic scenes. Strong winds send smoke from pack fire. Shocking find and stump in a cemetery. Belco with 47 million views. California Reading RAWSEP view. What is mass timber? From Massachusetts, no excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission. Particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization in Reading, California, converting forest thinning into building materials. AI overview. In Reading, California, the first large-scale mass timber factory is being developed, designed to convert hazardous forest thinning materials into climate positive building materials. The 200,000 square foot facility will be a collaboration between Fabric Mass Timber and WRNS Studio, aiming to create over 100 good-paying jobs and promote sustainable building practices. The factory will utilize advanced technology to transform wildfire fuel into high-value timber products, potentially replacing traditional materials like concrete and steel in construction. AI overview. Mass timber refers to a family of engineered wood products used in construction, characterized by their solid load-bearing wood panels. These panels are typically made from layers of wood elements that are glued together, providing strength and durability. Mass timber is an energy-efficient alternative to traditional materials like steel and concrete, offering several benefits, including sustainability. Made from renewable resources, mass timber has a lower carbon footprint compared to other materials. Cost effectiveness. It can reduce construction costs due to its lighter weight and efficiency in use. Structural strength. Mass timber can withstand seismic forces and is fire rated, ensuring safety for occupants. Health benefits. The biophilic effect of wood can enhance occupant health and well-being. Mass timber is increasingly popular in the construction industry for its versatility and ability to meet modern building codes and aesthetic preferences. From the article headline, first of its kind factory converts fire thinning into mass timber. Wood Central understands that Fabric Mass Timber, which is now working with Cal Fire and the U.S. Forest Service to identify salvageable thinning. California Stanislaus pile burning getting underway in Groveland Ranger District. MyMotherLode.com. Firefighters will be burning wood piles in the Jordan Meadows area of the Groveland Ranger District of the Stanislaus National Forest. California Ukaipa News. Ukaipa Council restricts open-air burning in response to wildfire risk. Redlands Daily Facts. The ordinance would ban wood burning or something that is going to emit some type of spark or potential ignition source for wildfire during a red. 5 Coloradans are now eligible for up to $14,000 in clean energy home upgrades. Steamboat Pilot Colorado has launched a long-awaited program for homeowners and renters that will provide thousands of dollars in rebates for home electrification. Colorado opens program offering up to $14,000 per household for heat pump stoves. Colorado Public Radio. Coloradans looking to make their homes more climate-friendly can now apply for up to $14,000 in rebates for electric appliances, and Energy Colorado launches rebates for electric kitchen ranges. Other appliances. The Denver Post. Colorado will spend $54 million on rebates for electric kitchen ranges, heat pumps, and other appliances for low and middle income homeowners. Coloradans are now eligible for up to $14,000 in clean energy home upgrades. Vail daily rebates for heat pumps, electric stoves, and other appliances and upgrades. The funding was made available through the 2022 Inflation Reduction Act. 6 Connecticut New Haven. Yale new window-mounted heat pumps make ditching fossil fuels easier. Yale Climate Connections. The units, which get installed in each apartment, are efficient and provide both AC and heat. They are easier to install than other heat pump systems. 7 Florida Tampa RAWSEP view. Another reason to stop burning wood entirely is the danger of a house fire. From the article headline, fire breaks out at Spring Hill home. PCFR warns people of home heating safety. Fox 13 Tampa Bay. The homeowner told investigators that he was tending to a fire in his wood-burning fireplace on Monday night and made sure it was out before bed. 8 Georgia RAWSEP view idiot corner, but not totally idiot. From the article headline, wood burning is mesmerizing. Yahoo Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene posted a text message she sent to President Donald Trump that she believes sent him over the edge and prompted him to. 9 Illinois Chicago Rheem ProTerra RAWSEP view AI overview. The Rheem ProTerra hybrid electric heat pump water heater has been recognized as a Good Housekeeping 2026 Home Reno Award winner. This water heater is noted for its high efficiency, using up to 75% less energy than standard electric models, with a 4.07 UEF uniform energy factor rating. It offers significant savings on energy bills, potentially reducing costs by hundreds of dollars annually, and operates quietly at 45 dBA. From the article headline, PR Newswire hybrid electric heat pump water heater selected as a Good Housekeeping 2026 Home Reno Award winner. Rheem, a leader in the water heating and HVAC, our industry announced 10 Indiana Bedford RAWSEP view. Another reason to stop burning wood entirely is the danger of a house fire. From the article headline, firefighters urge homeowners clean your chimney yearly to prevent deadly fires. WBIW. The primary danger in a wood-burning chimney is the buildup of creosote, a highly flammable residue formed by unburned wood particles, tar, and smoke. Indiana Fishers. Homeowners can get a $2,000 return for getting a new water heater, but you have to act fast. House Digest. There is currently an incentive to install a new heat pump water heater, which can give you up to a $2,000 tax rebate, but it ends on December 31st, 2025. 11 Maine. How Maine residents can get the most out of their heat pumps. Kennebec Journal and Morning Sentinel. Homeowners are using heat pumps to cut fossil fuel use, but proper use and weatherization are key to maximizing benefits. Experts say Maine incentives rebates still available, but federal heat pump help runs out December 31st, 2025. Sun Journal. Deals for heat pump water heaters include $2,000 in federal tax credits and an efficiency Maine incentive of $1,050 for all income households. 12 New Jersey RAWSEP view. Idiot corner. Sorry Martha Stewart, your advice should be to not burn wood at all. I am so sorry. My view of you is tarnished by the air pollution from wood burning. Whether that wood is treated or not, we are talking the danger of inhaling simple burned wood particulates of 2.5 micrometer size or less here, not even fancy chemicals to begin with. And yes, CO2 is also emitted by burning plain untreated wood or untreated wood alike. Burning wood emits 2.8 times the PM 2.5 and CO2 as coal burning. This statistic comes from testing the cleanest burning wood stove in the United Kingdom, the Eco-Design wood stove. The emissions from fireplaces are even higher. Do you recommend coal burning? Martha Stewart. I could go on. Is this domestic goddess being monetarily compensated by the indoor residential wood burning industry for this uncharacteristic, I hope mindless screed? From the article headline, 7 items you should never burn in your fireplace. Martha Stewart. Treated wood is about 90% wood and 10% chemicals, glues, or preservatives that release toxic fumes. When burned, these fumes can cause 13 New York Cornell University excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates. A 501c3 nonprofit organization, the U.S. government is offering homeowners $840 for upgrading to high-tech kitchen gadgets. Specifically, through the Inflation Reduction Act, this rebate applies to Energy Star rated induction stoves and other energy-efficient appliances. Homeowners can receive up to $840 off when purchasing these appliances, which are more efficient and environmentally friendly compared to traditional gas stoves. Additionally, some households may qualify for higher rebates under the Home Electrification and Appliance Rebate Program, which can reach up to $8,000 for significant energy-saving projects. The cool down in Bend, Oregon. From the article headline, the U.S. government is giving homeowners $840 for high-tech kitchen gadgets. Like all good heat pumps, they outperform traditional heating and cooling equipment in terms of energy efficiency, provide both heating and cooling. 14 North Carolina Ocracoke. Coming soon to Ocracoke. Big help to lower your energy bills. Ocracoke Observer. For example, the maximum rebate on an electric heat pump is $8,000. A household may claim rebates for multiple purchases. The maximum total rebate. 15 Oregon Bend. Mitsubishi appliance expert exposes common HVAC industry myth misleading homeowners. The cool down a heat pump is one of the best ways to reduce heating costs. Mitsubishi is a trusted brand that makes it easy to find an affordable heat pump. 16 Rhode Island Idiot Corner. RAWSEP view. The regulation should instead ban wood burning, which emits air pollution that shortens the lives and adversely affects the health of humans. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates. A 501c3 nonprofit organization. AI overview. The East Greenwich Town Council is currently revising the open burning ordinance to clarify regulations regarding fire pits. The council aims to ensure that residents understand the permitted uses of fire pits, which include cooking and recreational activities. The new ordinance will allow for controlled use of fire pits with specific guidelines, such as fire pits must be attended to by someone 18 or older. They must be located at least 25 feet from any structure and 10 feet from property lines. The ordinance will also specify authorized and unauthorized fuels for outdoor fires. This revision aims to balance community enjoyment with safety and regulatory measures, addressing concerns raised by residents regarding the current ordinance limitations. Fire pit ordinance gets nitty-gritty. East Greenwich News. The definitions include fire pit clean, wood adult supervision, and recreational burning. Find draft 4 here. The reason for the ordinance. 17 Texas Dallas heat pump cheaper to run than existing gas boiler. RAWSEP view. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates. A 501c3 nonprofit organization. AI overview. Industrial heat pumps are indeed cheaper to run than traditional boilers. They offer significant long-term savings due to their lower energy consumption and efficiency. For instance, heat pumps can reduce process heating costs by 50 to 70% compared to conventional boilers, which often have high operational costs tied to fuel prices. Additionally, heat pumps can produce steam at a fraction of the cost, making them a more economical choice for industrial applications. From the article headline, this industrial heat pump is cheaper to run than a boiler. Yes, really. Canary Media. The startup installs Arcturus at no cost to the customer alongside existing gas boilers. The heat pump taps into the factory waste heat, which 18 Virginia Harrisonburg Calf Mountain fire fully contained impacts remain for Shenandoah National Park. WHSVSNP said visitors may see smoke in the southern part of the park, a wood burning camp stoves, as well as charcoal grills, gas, and propane. Virginia Prince William. RAWSEP view. The simple message should be use clean home heating systems in 2025 when heat pumps can work down to 40 degrees below zero and also function as heat pumps. From the article headline, use alternative home heating systems wisely and safely. Prince William. Living fireplaces, wood stoves, and other fuel-fired appliances. Install wood burning stoves following manufacturer instructions or have a professional do. Virginia Rockfish Gap. Wildfire closes portion of Skyline Drive and Appalachian Trail near Rockfish Gap. Seville. Right now, wood fire charcoal fires, wood burning camp stoves, charcoal grills, gas, and propane cooking stoves. The Weather Service issued red flag 19 Washington Puget Sound Lacey RAWSEP View Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates. A 501c3 nonprofit organization. AI overview. A major utility company has launched a matching rebate program to help homeowners switch to energy-efficient heating systems. Puget Sound Energy and the City of Lacey have partnered to offer up to $8,000 in rebates for residents who replace their gas heating systems with high-efficiency electric heat pumps. Homeowners will only need to file one application through the Puget Sound Energy PSE online portal, and the matching rebate will be automatically applied to those who meet the requirements. This program is part of a broader initiative to encourage the use of clean, efficient heating solutions and reduce pollution. For more details, you can visit the official Puget Sound Energy website or the City of Lacey website. From the article headline, Major Utility Company Launches Lucrative Matching Rebate Program to Help Homeowners. The Cool Down in Bend, Oregon announced October 17, 2025. The program pairs the Puget Sound Energy PSE $4,000 fuel switching heat pump rebate. Heat pumps work year-round, providing both heating and cooling. 20 Washington, D.C. Why window units could be a better way to heat apartments. The Washington Post. Compact heat pumps that slot into windows could be a planet-friendly way to efficiently heat and cool apartment buildings without breaking them. 21 Canada, British Columbia Home Upgrade Guidance saves energy, stress, and dollars. Kimberly Bulletin Rebate Applications. There are now many different 15 homes installed electric heat pump or dual fuel heat system. Electric Heat Canada and the United Kingdom in conflict. RAWSEP view. The concern of RAWSEP is the air pollution caused by wood burning. Old growth forest trees emit the same noxious amount of PM 2.5 and CO2 as young trees. The concern should be first about the air pollution caused by all wood burning. However, as a legal matter, this may get the attention of those who would like to stop wood burning by stopping cutting down of old growth forests as a first step toward attaining clean air by stopping all wood burning, whether industrial wood burning or indoor residential wood burning. From the article headline, UK company accused of burning British Columbia, BC old growth trees. Globalnews.ca. Stand Up Earth says in a report that wood pellets from 3 Drax mills in northern British Columbia, BC are being made from some of the province's oldest forests. 22 Australia. Homeowner horrified over the disturbing actions of the thoughtless neighbor. We feel sick. Yahoo. The ignorance of the harms associated with wood smoke is shocking, they said, adding that it might help to inform people about how the activity. Australia, Tasmania. Hobart. RAWSEP view. This article mentions that there are a number of different methods used for sampling emissions. What method is the most effective in detecting PM 2.5 emissions above 5 micrograms per cubic meter, the safe limit set by the World Health Organization? Sampling of emissions should be the most important part of testing wood burning appliances. Better yet, just ban indoor residential wood burning appliances so the source of air pollution is stopped before it begins. Placing logs differently and using different sizes of logs will not affect the overall air pollution emitting from indoor residential wood burners, but may better shunt the air pollution from the residents toward nearby houses so that the indoor residential wood burner can avoid much of the pollution that he aims at his neighbors. From the article headline, Web testing the effectiveness and efficiency of domestic wood burning appliances. ScienceDirect.com. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates. A 501c3 nonprofit organization. Performance testing of traditional and new designs of domestic wood burning appliances is being carried out in many laboratories, but results are often difficult to compare because of differences in the test methods employed. Performance can be influenced by differences in the wood fuel used. For example, wood species, moisture content, log size, and log placement can all affect performance. Efficiency is sometimes measured using approximate stack loss methods, and sometimes using calorimetry room methods. Effectiveness or convenience of operation is important but difficult to measure because it is quite subjective. A number of different methods are used for sampling emissions. Safety testing methods, which are frequently set by regulation or standard, provide one of the few areas where reasonable but not complete agreement between tests is achieved. 23 New Zealand, Auckland. The deadly threats in our air and how we can fix them. Newsroom. We are talking vehicle exhaust and home heating, wood burning, and coal. The Rindelab research shows air pollution peaks in winter, and it is often the 24 Sweden. Exposure to ambient air pollution during pregnancy and risk of early onset breast cancer. Breast cancer research. Biomed. Central particulate matter between 2.5 and 10 micrometer PM course was calculated separately. Detailed data on residential addresses, including exact moving dates. 25 United Kingdom, Nottinghamshire. Characterization of wood smoke generated in the air pollution exposure lab. In comparison, Oxford Academic, Oxford University Press. Full coverage. United Kingdom. RAWSEP view. Idiot corner, but not totally useless idiot opinion. Does this article examine any irrational reason why burning items is popular and suggest a solution that will result in the end of indoor residential wood burning? From the article headline, 5 popular items for wood burners that are banned. Look out for certain logo. Nottinghamshire. Live. As winter approaches, more families are lighting their fires for warmth. There is nothing quite like a crackling wood fire in the grate, but where United Kingdom former HVAC tech clears up a common heat pump myth, taking over news cycles. The Cool Down in Bend, Oregon. Concerns about heat pump-related noise pollution have been circulating in the United Kingdom. 26 Spain. Announcement of United States rebate program. Confirmed U.S. government offers up to $2,000 to those who replace their water heater. Union Rio heat pump. Because they are more sustainable, lower-income households can qualify for an extra rebate of up to $1,750. 27 Kyrgyzstan. Why mountain nations matter at the COP30 climate summit. Think global health. Air pollution in Bishkek averages around 38 micrograms of particulate matter, 2.5 PM, 2.5 per cubic meter of air, far above the world health. 28 United Arab Emirates, UAE, Dubai. Media City. The business aviation magazine called Altitudes published this information about U.S. tax credits for clean energy appliances. RAWSEP view. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates. A 501c3 nonprofit organization. AI overview. The U.S. government has announced a $2,000 tax credit for homeowners who upgrade upgrade to energy efficient water heaters, specifically heat pump water heaters. This incentive is part of the Energy Efficient Home Improvement Credit, which allows homeowners to claim a 30% tax credit on the cost of installation capped at $2,000. This program is available until December 31st, 2025, and is designed to encourage the use of more efficient heating systems, which can lead to significant savings on energy bills and reduced carbon emissions. Homeowners should act quickly to take advantage of this opportunity, as the current credit levels are set to expire soon. From the article headline, U.S. government announced $2,000 to homeowners who upgrade their water heaters. Altitudes magazine. The initiative offers homeowners a 30% tax credit capped at $2,000 for upgrading to qualifying heat pump water heaters or other high efficiency. 29 Cyprus air pollution 50% higher than Paris, causing premature deaths. In Cyprus, air pollution, specifically from particulate matter PM 2.5, is malice warned that the new road would increase exposure to PM 2.5 by a factor of 2.5. 30 India, the Delhi pollution forecast tool fails to capture stubble burning impact accurately, say officials. Hindustan Times. In recent days, DSS forecast projected that stubble burning could contribute over 30% to the Delhi PM 2.5 levels. However, actual contributions. India Delhi pollution forecasting tool falls short in accurately assessing stubble burning impact. The Lufkin Daily News. These estimates then feed into models that forecast air quality metrics, such as PM 2.5 levels. However, the recent season observations reveal India pollution level air quality remains moderate for a week. Indoor news. The Times of India. Instead of rising, particulate matter stays trapped close to the surface, reducing visibility and pushing PM 2.5 and PM 10 concentrations beyond safe. 31 China long-term exposure to PM 2.5 components and mortality in 237 Chinese cities. A modeling study. Newswise. PM 2.5 causes substantial economic and disease burdens, with its components exerting independent or interactive health impacts, yet evidence on them. 32 South Korea short-term PM 2.5 exposure and mortality in older adults with asthma in South Korea. Oxford Academic. Oxford University Press. 33 Thailand. Bangkok hit by severe PM 2.5 pollution with levels exceeding safety limits. Nation. Thailand. Thaicom harnesses Thai-made AI to boost agriculture and curb pollution. October 31st, 2025. Tags. PM 2.5 air pollution. Bangkok air quality.
Red-green fox here. The quick red-green fox jumped over the barriers to clean air. Red-green fox here. Ready to sing to you the names of the 2025 major wood-burning biomass industry subsidy opponents. 1. Biofuel Watch. 2. Bulkley Valley Stewardship Coalition of British Columbia, Canada. 3. Comite Schoen Luft, which means Beautiful Air Committee in German. 4. Dogwood Alliance. 5. Equity Group Foundation, nicknamed EGF. 6. Environmental Paper Network, nicknamed EPN. 7. Natural Resources Defense Council, nicknamed NRDC. 8. Prakaunia Narzek Wisistik Isted, which means Workshop for All Beings in Polish. 9. Rachel Carson Council. 10. Solutions for Our Climate, nicknamed SFOC.
Cat's corner strategy with Tiger and Leone. Saying the quiet part out loud. Roar. Hi, I am Tiger. Our human asked us to get up from our naps and start Cat's Corner strategy with Tiger and Leone. She gave us a list of internet allies, which we will post for her here.
Hi, I am Leone. It is better for your mental fitness to go to these websites than to go to bro sites for advice. Substack letters from an American Heather Cox Richardson. Substack your local epidemiologist. The Midas Touch. The Guardian. The New York Times.
One introduction. RAWSEP view. The United States government was on track in the Biden administration to reduce the prices for both clean energy heat pumps and clean energy electric cars. Trump tariffs are expected to upset those plans to prevent future air pollution and prevent climate change. The United States government should, instead of certifying wood stoves as safe when they are not safe, go forward with regulations that ban wood stove use and direct government money for use of forest refuse only for home building and furniture building. For just a few examples of use of forest products for non-burning uses, it is well known from scientific and medical research that wood burning is a substantial source of PM 2.5 emissions, yet the wood burning industry uses the scientifically debunked theory named carbon neutrality of wood burning to argue that wood burning replacing coal burning in industry, and in a trickle-down argument that wood burning should continue for home heating should continue. Presumably because it is called renewable, wood may be renewable in the sense that a tree can be planted in the place of a cut-down burned tree, but it takes centuries or decades for the newly planted tree to attain the stature of the cut-down burned tree. During those centuries or decades, photosynthesis, which converts CO2 to oxygen, and so sequesters some carbon, will not take place at the same rate as photosynthesis was performed previously, and wood burning emits both CO2 and PM 2.5, and PM 2.5 is not absorbed by trees, so PM 2.5 is not diminished by planting a tree in the place of a cut-down and burned tree. In fact, a living tree closes its pores against the presence of PM 2.5 from nearby wood burning, just as humans hold their breath in the presence of PM 2.5 from nearby wood burning. And when a tree closes its pores, the level of photosynthesis that absorbs CO2 pollution goes down. Wood burning emits 90% PM 2.5 particulate matter of 2.5 micrometer size, the perfect size to infiltrate the human lung, setting off a cascade of human health problems and early deaths. Contrary to many beliefs, wood burning emits 2.8 times the PM 2.5 as the fossil fuel coal burning, and wood burning emits 450 times the PM 2.5 as the fossil fuel natural gas burning. Replacing coal burning with wood burning creates more air pollution in the form of CO2 and PM 2.5 than coal burning. This emission data comes from testing the cleanest burning wood stove in the United Kingdom, the Eco Design Wood Stove International, Convention does not count the emissions from wood burning. The emissions from wood burning are erased from all countries around the world when calculating if each country has met its climate goals. This non-counting or erasure of wood burning emissions data from climate goals does not mean wood burning emissions do not exist. RAWSEP view purple air PM 2.5 monitors hanging from the eaves of the house of a near neighbor should be used to measure the level of PM 2.5 in the air hyperlocally in the yards of near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners. If PM 2.5 levels exceed World Health Organization standards of 5 micrograms per cubic meter annually, then that evidence of air pollution from wood burning should lead to the shutdown of that indoor residential wood burning appliance, one appliance at a time if necessary.